All right, guys, we're going on air. 3, 2, 1.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. This is Jamie Ray Valdivia with a cordial invitation to the Chicago Theater of the Air.
Mutual presents the famous Chicago Theater of the Air, radio's greatest hour of music and drama. Tonight's production, A Christmas Carol, starring Joe Asenzo, Christopher Corrigan, Jeffrey Gordon, Jen Roper, and featuring Jamie Ray Valdivia. The time is currently 5:01 p.m. on December 24th, 1944. Today, we have the pleasure of broadcasting live from Colonel Robert R. McCormick's library at his beautiful Wheaton Estate, Cantigny. This is really a special treat for us. We are looking to warm you up on this chilly winter day with our interpretation of that classic Dickens tale. Ladies and gentlemen, the first portion of this broadcast each week is devoted to a featured address by Colonel Robert R. McCormick, distinguished editor and publisher of the Chicago Tribune and the Washington Times-Herald, and chairman of the board of the New York Daily News. Today, Colonel McCormick is in Florida and will be unable to speak. So in his absence, before we begin our story, we would like to honor all those brave Americans who are serving today. We here at WGN know this is a tough holiday for many of you with our troops, your family and friends overseas fighting in the war. We want you to know that we are happy and honored to be by your side during this time. And now, we'd like to honor our troops with a moment of silence. Thank you. And now, please sit back, relax, and enjoy our production of A Christmas Carol. Our version is a bit different than that classic tale you're used to. Imagine, if you will, a more modern-day Scrooge, hunched over his 1940s desk at his office at the top of the Daily News building. Sitting just outside his office is his faithful assistant, Bob Cratchit.
Brr, it's cold in here. Maybe I'll just turn up the thermostat a smidge.
Cratchit! What do you think you're doing?
I'm sorry, sir, but it's frightfully cold. It's giving me the shivers and making it hard to copy these letters for you. I thought that perhaps if I turn up the thermostat, then I could...
Do you know who pays for the gas to supply this office with heat, Mr. Cratchit? I do, Cratchit. And who do I look like to you? Robert R. McCormick? I don't know why he sees it fit to spend his hard-earned money on frivolities like the comfort of his staff.
Yes, Mr. Scrooge. Mr. Scrooge, might I ask a small kindness of you, sir?
You're going to ask me again for the full day off tomorrow, aren't you, Mr. Cratchit?
Well, it is Christmas Day, sir.
So I should be content to spend Christmas Day alone at the office. Is that it, Cratchit?
I certainly wouldn't have you spending Christmas Day alone, Uncle Scrooge.
Fred, I didn't know you were on leave for the holidays.
I didn't know I was going to be myself. My wife Amy arranged something with my commanding officers, sent a telegram begging that I spend this Christmas with her. Apparently, she has a surprise for me, one that she'll be telling me tomorrow as a Christmas present.
How exciting, sir.
I think you're in the wrong building, Fred. This isn't Tribune Towers.
Come now, Uncle Scrooge. That was one summer back in 1918.
What are you talking about, sir?
My dear nephew here was an employee of the enemy, Mr. Cratchit.
I was a paper boy, Uncle, and the only reason I didn't work for you was because you wouldn't accept my application.
You didn't have any proper experience. How did I know I could trust you with such a taxing job? Now, why are you here, Fred? I'm a very busy man.
Why, Uncle Scrooge, I came to invite you for Christmas dinner with Amy and I. Do say you'll come. I want to be surrounded by my family. This is to be a special Christmas, Amy assures me. And you're the only family I have, Uncle.
Christmas? Bah! Humbug.
Christmas, a humbug? Surely you don't mean that, Uncle. Why, it's a time for being merry and bright.
Bah! Of course I mean it. What right have you to be merry, Fred? You're poor enough.
Well, what right do you have to be dismal, Uncle? You are rich enough.
How can you be so irritatingly cheerful, Fred? You're on leave from war. How, after all you have seen, can you be so pleasant?
Because I love what I'm fighting for, Uncle. I'm fighting for my country, for my wife, and even for you and all your humbugs. I can face another day knowing that I have my loved ones waiting for me. Christmas is just one of the times I get the opportunity to show everyone how much I love them. So I say God bless it.
Well said, Private Fred.
You'll hold your tongue, Mr. Cratchit, if you want to spend Christmas Day with your family instead of cooped up in this office with me.
Sorry, sir.
Don't be such a curmudgeon, Uncle. Leave poor Bob Cratchit alone. Now, sadly, I must say my farewells for now, but I'm wishing to see you tomorrow at 5 o'clock sharp for dinner, Uncle.
Then you wish in vain, nephew. I will be here, putting in a hard day's work, not frittering away my time like you.
I truly hope you have a change of heart. Merry Christmas, Uncle Scrooge.
Bah, humbug. Oh, what is it now?
Merry Christmas, gentlemen. Is this the office of Mr. Marley and Mr. Scrooge?
Merry Christmas. This is indeed the office you are looking for.
And do we have the pleasure of addressing Mr. Marley and Mr. Scrooge presently?
Ha! I am Mr. Scrooge. This is my assistant, Mr. Cratchit. Mr. Marley has been dead for some time now.
7 years today.
Cratchit!
I am so sorry for your loss, Mr. Scrooge, Mr. Cratchit.
Thank you.
No condolences are necessary or required desired, madam. Now, what exactly is it you two want? I am a busy man and have much work to get on with before I lose a whole day of work to this blasted holiday.
Well, my name is Maryland, and this is my associate, Joseph. We are from Orphans of the Storm, Mr. Scrooge. Normally, we would be collecting for the animal shelter, but today we are helping collect money to help for the hungry and homeless at this time of year.
Oh, I've heard of that. My daughter Martha volunteers with them on weekends. Amy McCormick helped to raise funds for them, didn't she?
Right you are, sir.
Now, Mr. Scrooge, what can we put you down for?
Oh, well, I don't like discussing money. Let me write down my donation.
Mr. Scrooge, there must be some mistake. This just says 0.
Exactly.
I don't think I understand, sir.
Well, sir, are there no prisons?
Yes, sir. Plenty of prisons.
And, madam, is the WPA still running?
Well, yes.
Then what on earth are you bothering me for?
Well, sir, no one wants to just go to prison, and there are many people who need assistance. The WPA can't reach all of them at once. Some people need more help.
Then it sounds like you should be bothering the WPA and the prisons. My hard-earned tax dollars pay for prisons and programs like the WPA. I can't be expected to help every degenerate out there.
Well, Mr. Scrooge, many of these poor people have no other options. They could die if they don't get help from well-off folks like yourself.
If they're going to die, they better do it and decrease the surplus population. Now, I believe you have wasted enough of my time. You can show yourselves out. Good day.
But...
Good day, madam. Well, it seems these last 2 visitors have wasted the rest of my workday. Go home, Cratchit. I'll see you the day after tomorrow. And an hour earlier than normal to make up for the missed workday.
Thank you, sir. Thank you so much. I'll be here an hour earlier as requested. Merry Christmas, sir.
Ah, I guess I better close up for the night. I'll be back bright and early tomorrow.
God rest ye merry gentlemen, let nothing you
What is this? A choir? Excuse me.
Yes?
Madam, may I see your directing baton for a moment?
Of course.
Crap.
There! Now be gone with you! Do not darken my office with your Christmas cheer any longer.
sound as he did it.
What a cold night! I can barely see my lock through all this snow. Ah, here's my key. I can't wait to get out of this cold.
Ebenezer Scrooge.
Ah! My God! Marley's face! Jacob Marley's face and my door knocker. It can't be. But it's gone now. Ah! This is what I get for skipping lunch in order to continue my work. Hallucinations. Humbug. There. All doors and windows locked. Full stomach. No more hallucinations for me tonight. I must be getting to bed. I should be up early in order to continue my work tomorrow.
Ebenezer Scrooge.
Who's there? Show yourself.
Ebenezer Scrooge.
Now, don't try anything funny. I warn you, I'm armed. No, it can't be.
Hello, Ebenezer.
Impossible. You're dead. Jacob Marley's dead. He cannot be here now. I know he's dead. I signed his burial certificate.
A fact that is very telling of my time on Earth. Don't you think, Ebenezer?
Oh, what do you mean?
I mean, old friend, that in my selfishness, I never touched the life of another. You were the only attendee of my sad funeral. In my greed, I pushed everyone who tried to love me away.
Humbug. This is all another hallucination. I must have eaten a piece of expired meat. Begone, bothersome apparition, and leave me to sleep in peace.
Ah, Ebenezer, it's your ability to sleep peacefully in future that brings me here to you tonight.
Oh, what are you talking about, Jacob? I always sleep peacefully when I'm not being bothered by the likes of you.
I see you haven't lost that cold wit of yours. Hopefully it keeps you warm in place of the love of others.
What are you blathering on about?
Look at me, Ebenezer, weighted down by shackles, cash boxes, and ledgers. They held me down in life and continue to do so, much more literally in death. Do I look like I'm getting a peaceful rest? I'm tormented by a place far hotter and far louder than a summer afternoon on Michigan Avenue.
But why have you come to me? Why now?
Because, while my fate may be sealed, perhaps I can help save you from yours. Your continued coldness and cruelty to those around you is causing your chains to get longer and heavier by the day. Why must you insist on following my lead in life, Ebenezer?
Your life was a success, Jacob.
To my bank account, yes. To my heart, not so much. I kept humanity at a distance, all begging and whining, I thought. I believe humanity wanted me and I didn't want them. What I didn't realize was that I needed humanity. But even though I failed being a success in life, maybe I can be some sort of success now by saving you.
Oh, and how exactly do you propose to save me, Jacob?
You will be visited by 3 spirits. The first one will come tonight at 1 a.m. The second, the following night at 1 a.m. The last one will arrive the night after that at the stroke of midnight.
Ha! Someone who works on Christmas? That'll be the day.
You mock the spirits who will save you, Ebenezer?
Oh, can't they all come tonight? I could set out cookies and milk for them.
This is not a laughing matter, Ebenezer.
They can bring me presents. The presents of saving my soul.
Ebenezer Scrooge! Do not take your fate so lightly! I have come here tonight at great cost and will not be mocked for my attempts to save you. My time with you tonight is short and is quickly coming to an end. Prepare yourself, Ebenezer, for tonight you shall be visited by the first ghost, and hopefully you shall see the path that I failed to recognize during my time here on Earth.
Jacob? Bah! All a load of hogwash. Spirits. Humbug. It's the last time I left over beef before bed. This hallucination has wasted enough of my time. I have to get to bed and be up early in the morning.
Will Ebenezer Scrooge learn his lesson and get into the holiday spirit? Tune in next time for the exciting continuation of A Christmas Carol to find out, here on Chicago's Theater of the Air.